If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or any cheap PC games, use the referral link in the description. It will take you over to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods, and if you use the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well. Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again and welcome to episode number 19 of season number 3 here at Chelsea Football Club. We had a conundrum at the end of the last episode. Willian picked up a broken ankle and will be out for 3 months. And that's pretty much ruling him out of the majority of the rest of the season. He will be out for all of February, March and April. So he's going to miss all of these fixtures. I'll return to the Champions League, the Capital One Cup final, all of March and all of April. And he will be back for May. Now, the thing is, we'd already sent our young potential right-sided midfielder, Klunter, out on loan. So, I asked you guys, do we try and jiggle with the squad, or do we bring someone else in short-term for the end of the season? You guys definitely seemed keen on me picking someone up. The main players of choice that you put in the comment section were Karim Bellarabi, Douglas Costa, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Domenico Berardi and Hulk. Now Hulk, as you can see, is 31 years old, and I did have Hulk at Chelsea last year on FIFA 15, so I don't think I'm going to be going for Hulk, so I'll remove him from the shortlist. The interest is being showed in them, though, by Manchester United. Bear in mind we have Gareth Bale as our starting right-sided midfielder. I think Douglas Costa is just too good to be a rotation player, so I'm going to take Douglas Costa off the shortlist. The remaining 3, I don't really have a preference. I perhaps might like to go for some English talent with Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, so maybe he would rank slightly further above Bellarabi or Berardi. That's probably my thinking. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain on Football Manager tends to go to Chelsea, actually. So either he or Callum Chambers always tend to go to Chelsea whenever you start a Football Manager save. So maybe not necessarily immediately, but within the first 2 seasons. So maybe we might look for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Domenico Berardi, I'm not sure what these guys are valued at, which is the only issue right now. Karim Bellarabi is valued at £19 million. We have over 50 available to us, so actually financing a move like this isn't going to be a problem. I'll just offer them 20. They say he's worth between 23 and 26, so we'll offer 20. I'm not sure about Oxlade-Chamberlain and Domenico Berardi. I will just offer 10 million for each, and we'll see what they say. I mean, it doesn't matter if we end up overpaying for one or anything like that, because the money at the end of the season is just going to go to waste anyway if we don't bring someone in. So I don't mind overpaying for a particular player. May have to pay close to 20 for either of the 2 here, Oxlade-Chamberlain or Domenico Berardi, I'm not sure. Bellarabi might cost us closer to 25, maybe 30. But they're the 3 that we're going to look at. Once we've played the game against Newcastle at the end of the episode on Transfer Deadline Day, we'll go through Transfer Deadline Day together, and then I'll probably do a squad report as we head into February, so you guys can see how the squad is growing, because we haven't done a squad report in quite a while. So we'll just advance towards Deadline Day, and hopefully something will happen sooner rather than later with regards the right-sided midfielders. We reject this offer from FSV Mainz for Bertrand Traore. We definitely want to keep him at the club. We'll advance further towards, and we are actually going to get perhaps 2 Transfer Deadline Day before we hear back about the offers we've put in. We'll be rejecting that offer for Dave. Don't want to let Cesar Azpilicueta leave, and we will also be rejecting this offer from Lyon for John Stones. He too is going to stay at the club. I've no intention of letting him or any of our youngsters really that are involved in the first team, like Nathan or Kennedy. I don't want to let players like that go. We have reached the 31st, and all offers have been rejected. That's fine. We had transfer offers in for Lorenzo Santoso from Eintracht Frankfurt. Again, going to continue to be rejecting any offers for him. Hull as well offering for Santoso. Interesting. Strange that, considering he's only 18 but 82 rated, no massive clubs have come in for him yet, as far as I can remember. Leverkusen reckon they want 34 for Bellarabi. I'll give them 27. They'll probably accept that. I'm hoping they'll accept that. They want 23.5 for Oxlade-Chamberlain. I'll offer them 18, and we'll see what they say. They'll probably accept that, Arsenal. And how much do they want for Domenico Berardi? They reckon they're not going to sell him because he's too valuable to them. Okay, well, let me just sort this by name, because then we can get to B quicker. Berardi, submit new offer, and I'm just going to offer them twice what I offered them before, and they'll probably maybe accept that. Actually, I'm not sure. I've never bought Domenico Berardi. He's always been a player that I look at and never end up actually buying. Wissam Ben Yedder was always a player similar to that in career mode prior to the West Ham series. We actually bit the bullet, went for Wissam Ben Yedder, and he turned out to be an incredible player. Now, I'm going to have to play a bit of a rotated side here against Newcastle. I won't play a full rotated side, but the players that aren't that close to full fitness. We'll play Thibaut Courtois, though, because it's a cup game. We'll also play Thomas Callas, but I think I'll leave the rest of the side unchanged. We will put, actually, Solanke in, and we'll put John Stones on the bench. Do I play Gaia? No, we'll leave it as is for now then. I think that will do me. Do I take Neymar out? No, we'll leave Neymar in. We'll take Santoso out, though, because I'm not going to need a goalkeeper on the bench. We'll put Matic in. Right then. Newcastle in the FA Cup replay for the fourth round. We played Carlisle, didn't we, in the third round? For the fourth round. And we'll see if we can actually get ourselves through to the next round of this cup, as well as making it to the final of the Capital One Cup. If you enjoyed today's episode, of course, make sure you drop the video a like, rating, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. There was actually a new pilot episode of a potential new series that went up yesterday with regards Euro 2016 and a collection book for the trading cards. So if you're interested in that, check the channel page for it, because if that video gets good support, that may become a regular-ish thing on the channel too. So make sure you check that. But for now, we'll jump in against Newcastle. Oh, nice turn by Thauvin. Alaba will steal it off him though. We'll give it to Kennedy. I have altered squad numbers slightly. I've made Neymar number 7 as he's a winger, and I've now made Aubameyang number 9. So Aubameyang is now my number 9 striker, and Neymar is the number 7 winger. Neymar was previously my number 9, and Alba came in as number 17, which is his squad number at Borussia Dortmund, but he's now going to take the number 9 slot for us. So hopefully that will inspire him to put in a very, very good striking performance, and he's going to be involved here. I'm just going to try and burst from the outside, and Mbemba tried to read me going inside, and I went around the other way. Good save by Tim Krul. First chance of the game. Bale will take the corner. In it comes. Up goes Nathan underneath it, and Matic, but it's punched away by the keeper. Just get that to Alaba. I could try a long shot here. Alaba does have a decent shot on him, but unfortunately, straight down the goalkeeper's throat. We'll stay at 0-0 for now, 10 minutes in. Kennedy to Alaba, go down the line to Aubameyang and burst inside. That's worked really nicely. We'll look for Nathan, who could get a first time shot away. It's well blocked by the defender. That didn't quite go as I planned. I was hoping to play Nathan. Oh, we might be able to play Nathan again here, and I'll get the turn and look for Bale, who could take a touch and then shoot. A good save by Tim Krul. Aubameyang can't get there. Leandro Castan with a good block. This is a good break for Newcastle. I'm not sure which way to go with my defenders to try and stop them from playing the through ball at the right time. Arrocardi with a turn. Back to Thauvin, well blocked by Raphael Varane. It's the first time Newcastle have really caught us on the back foot in this game, and it needed a good block from the French defender to stop them from taking the lead there. Although Courtois probably would have had something to say had the ball actually made it past the defender, and he's had something to say there as well. Comfortably picking that up. Bale up against Haidara. Actually get it to Nathaniel Klein here, who's in a good position. We'll stand the cross up into the middle. Here's Aubameyang at the back post. It's going to drop to Kennedy. Oh! Hits the base of the post. If that had flown in the bottom corner, that would have been a great strike. He hit it so clean. Smashing off the woodwork. That's the closest either side have come to a goal so far, right at the very beginning of this second half. I was hoping Aubameyang would win the header. He didn't quite get up well enough. Matic wins that header, but only flicks it backwards to their man, but we're going to come on the attack again. No, Bale's been tackled by Rolando Aarons. Try and get it back off him, but it's a good turn by the youngster. Newcastle been our equals so far. It's been quite an even game. We've had chances, they've had chances. They're going to have another chance here if Thauvin can get a decent cross in, and it's looking like it might go to extra time if Courtois can keep a clean sheet, because it looks like Tim Krul is going to try his absolute best to keep a clean sheet as well, even when we do beat the keeper. No! There goes my clean sheet. 1-0 Newcastle after 54 minutes. Who was that? Gini Wijnaldum with a header from a corner. He is very good in the air. He scored a few headers for Newcastle this year in real life, and he's risen well there. Behind, was with David Alaba, I think, who's not the strongest aerially. Really good header. Keeper, no chance. Right in the top corner. Brilliant header from Gini Wijnaldum. We're 1-0 down. In there to Matic. Good turn. Pogba, Nathaniel Klein making a run on the outside. It wasn't the best of balls, though. We'll get it back to Pogba, and we'll look for Bale there. Get it out of your feet quickly, Gareth, and then go for the shot. Oh, good save, Tim Krul. Leave that. We'll have a corner. half an hour to go. We've got a corner. They're making a change. They're not quite too sure who it was that went off. It's Rolando Aarons off for Remy Cabella coming on. That's a good corner. Up goes Aubameyang, but Tim Krul gets there first. Nathaniel Klein brings it down. It drops to Alaba. Get it to Kennedy. Through the gap. Kennedy to make it 1-1. No, Tim Krul again with a good save. I thought it was going to nutmeg the linesman for a minute. Alaba into Kennedy. Gets under control well. Matic is out wide for some reason. Really not got much space to work with here. Newcastle are playing a very tight defensive game now. Pogba, there is a little bit of space over there though for Bale if he can get it under control and into the box and get it back on his left foot. And Bale! No, Tim Krul with the save. It was Bale that's got us the equaliser in the first leg. Or the first game that led us to the replay. I'm bringing on Bertrand Traore for Nathan. I'm going to move Bale centrally and Bertrand Traore wide right. And then also bringing on Ruben Loftus-Cheek for Pogba, who's had a poor game, in fairness. Up goes the man. It's Talvin that's going to head that behind for another corner. They made a change too. Didn't quite see who it was. Bale to stand the second cross up. And Aubameyang's underneath it, but no. Moussa Sissoko can only head it behind for another corner. Let's put someone smaller on the ball, on the corner, shall we? Someone who is going to have just as good a delivery, but isn't necessarily as good in the air. Someone like Kennedy. Kennedy on his left foot. In comes the corner. It's headed towards Varane. No, it's Ruben Loftus-Cheek. He's scored the equaliser with 5 minutes to go. We can either now push for a winner, or we may end up having to go to extra time. Kennedy with a great ball in, and how's that for a powerful header from Ruben Loftus-Cheek? He's grown really nicely with all of the training we've been doing, and it looks like it's been paying off. 1-1. Klein with a good interception, but Newcastle just playing the ball around now. They're not seemingly going to push for a winner, but they may end up losing the game. Bertrand Traore still stops the defender. The run from the man in the middle pulls the defender away. Surely Aubameyang! He scored his first ever Chelsea goal in the last second at home against Newcastle in the FA Cup replay. Could you have been in a more perfect place at a more perfect time? Good effort from Tim Krul to try and save Bertrand Traore's shot, but unfortunately for him it skews all the way to Aubameyang, who had to squeeze that in at the near post with Tiote on his shoulder. That's a harder finish than it looks. He's done very well there, celebrating immediately in front of the shed end. We're going through in the FA Cup, boys. That surely was the last kick of the game. They'll kick off, and I don't expect the whistle's going to be too long in coming. It isn't. Wow, the relief. 2 goals in the last 5 minutes at home against Newcastle. We're through in the FA Cup. Now it's time to go and get ourselves a new right-sided midfielder. Right then, it's transfer deadline day. We have 10 hours to get ourselves a new right-sided midfielder, and you can see in the bottom right what the top deals of this window have been. Stefan de Vrij has gone to Sevilla from Lazio for £24 million. Ozyakup has gone from Besiktas to Torino for £22 million. And the third highest deal this window is our signing of Nathaniel Klein. The latest transfers tab I'll have open here so you can see it. And we will count down. We'll see what else gets done. No bids or no transfers go through in the first hour. However, almost all of our offers have been accepted. Berardi, they want 28. Well, we'll pull out the Berardi one then, and we'll try and get contracts done with Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain or Berardi. Bellarabi, sorry, not Berardi. We let Berardi go. Bellarabi. Bellarabi, 27 million accepted. He wants £160,000 a week. That's a lot. I mean, we've more than got enough money to be able to offer him that. But Bellarabi would want to start every week. And unfortunately, we're not going to be able to offer him that because Gareth Bale is my starting right-sided midfielder. So I think Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain might be the best person to go with here. We've had a transfer offer for Santoso from Sevilla. We will reject that. Both contract offers have just been accepted. And I think I am going to go with the young Englishman instead. We'll bring in Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain as our backup right-sided midfielder to replace Willian for the remaining few months of the season, and we will reject the offer from Karim Bellarabi. Thank you very much, Arsenal. I will take him. You took Czech. We'll have Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. I don't think I'm going to... That's 18 million. That replaces Nathaniel Klein as the third biggest deal of the window to this point. Don't think there's anything else I want to do unless... someone comes in for one of my youngsters out on loan. Dabur has gone from Grasshopper Zurich to Palermo, and Lee Lucas has gone from Swansea to Stoke for £14.5 million. That's a big deal for a player that isn't supposed to really grow that much in career mode. Saido Berahino has gone to Southampton. That's a big deal, £15.5 million. Bakambu, Villarreal to QPR for £12 million. It's a player we've had some dealings with in the past and never actually been able to get into the club. Mayika's gone from Vallecano to Genoa. There's a loan there for Perisan from Udinese to Willem 2. I don't know who he is. It's apparently all the people without faces right now are the ones. They must just be regens. Palinha has gone from Sporting to Stuttgart. There are 3 hours left in transfer deadline day. Burke has gone from Forest to PSG. An offer for Raphael Varane from Arsenal, £48 million. Nope. Varane stays. Probably the highest rated centre-back in world football right now, unless... oh, hello. Well, I didn't see that one go through. Paulo Dybala from Juventus to Liverpool. That's a massive deal. £31 million, the biggest of the window to this point. We didn't see that on this slate, did we? I didn't see it. And the final deal is Sietsma to St Johnstone from Heerenveen. Let's have a quick scroll through them. We're on Aston Villa. Arsenal. The only deal that Arsenal have done in this window is Oxlade-Chamberlain to me for 18. Villa have done nothing. We've spent £33 million and we've gotten rid of 2 players in part of the Klein and Aubameyang deals, Costa and Mario Gaspar. And Blackman, Omaruo and Chalobah have gone out on loan. Oxlade-Chamberlain has come in for 18 million. So Klein, Aubameyang and Oxlade-Chamberlain for a combined £33 million. That's a decent deal, although to be fair, Aubameyang was a straight swap for Costa, so there was no money changing hands there. Silva, I don't know what Silva that is. Could be Jonathan Silva, the left back, potentially, at Crystal Palace. Nothing for... Oh no, Barkley's left Everton on a free. Where's Ross Barkley gone? We've not signed him. Chalobah and Klunter on loan, both from us to Leicester. Dybala and Mario Gaspar in at Liverpool and Nathaniel Klein out, obviously. Man City have done no business. Ian Robin has signed for Manchester United on a free, apparently. Mikel has gone to Middlesbrough. Stuani has left Middlesbrough. Barkley's gone to Newcastle on a free transfer. Wow. Bakambu in at QPR, obviously. Berahino in at Southampton. Mane and Mikel leaving. Southampton as well. Mane may have been part of the deal for Berahino with 15.5 million, thinking about it, because Mikel we saw was 6. Tottenham Hotspur haven't done anything. Stoke have paid 14.5 for Lee Lucas and let Yeselu go for 6. Giuliano has gone to Sunderland on a free transfer, and Ki Sung Young has left Swansea, as well as the aforementioned... Oh, he's gone to Watford on a free. Lee Lucas has also left them, as we saw, and Rusnak has gone to Watford on a lot of free transfers in this window. Berahino 15.5. And no, Mane hasn't gone the other way. Mane hasn't joined West Brom, so he's not part of that deal. It seems like Mane has gone on a free as well. A lot of free transfers. It's really strange. Never mind, Watford have made a couple of signings as well. West Ham have signed Mane on a free. Why has he gone there? Unless it's a loan deal. Unless they're loan deals, they must be loan deals. I don't know. That's really strange, though. A lot of loan deals between Barclays Premier League clubs for high-profile players, if they are loan deals. We've had some tournament prize money gone in, and the Youth Squad monthly report is weirdly for a right-sided midfielder, but never mind. He's only 63 rated, not really looking for someone of that level to step into Willian's shoes. 151 million was spent on transfer deadline day, and we'll round out then with a squad report to show you what the side looks like now at the end of the January transfer window. Interest is being shown in Santoso from a number of places. I'm probably going to stop... Actually, let me just quickly check. Bear with me. Check what the deal is with Ruben Loftus-Cheek. He's almost 78 rated. I think from the next... I'll train Ruben Loftus-Cheek in the week after the Everton game. See if we can get him to 78. After that, I'm going to start training Santoso and Kennedy in that training slot. Santoso's up 1 overall, although his actual goalkeeping stats haven't changed. Klein is 82 rated, going up slightly. Varane up 2 to 88 this year, growing really nicely still. Who knows where his potential will top out. Kurt Zouma, still no growth from him, which is really disappointing. He's been very good for me, but really disappointed that he hasn't grown at all. Alaba up 1 to 88. He's growing all over the place as well. Paul Pogba is unhappy. Is that wages? Disappointed by his lack of matches. I do rotate the squad quite heavily, don't I? Paul Pogba, though, growing on an individual stat basis, but not overall. Matic is doing both, up to 89. Bale is up 2 to 91. Wow. Gareth Bale up to 91 rated. Neymar's up 1 to 91 too. James is up 2 to 92, which is the rating he has on the My Player series at Manchester City. 92 rated, wow. 85 for Aubameyang, scoring 1 goal in his 4 games so far. Although you can see, apart from the Champions League game, which wasn't played with us, he has been putting in a decent level of performance so far. An assist in the BPL and a goal in the FA Cup. So an assist and a goal in 3 games for us to this point. Decent, decent. Nathan has gone up 1 to 80, which is good. Kennedy is up 1 to 79, and he'll continue to grow when we start training him as well. And hopefully he'll grow quite rapidly as well, because his physical stats already look brilliant. I start to train his passing, both short and long, and just tweak his dribbling slightly, maybe train his curve and his stamina, etc. Although stamina's already 81, he could grow to like 82, 83 maybe quite quickly. Ruben Loftus-Cheek is up 6. We've been training him, obviously. Up 6 this season from 71 to 77. Very close, as we've seen, to 78 now as well. And heading accuracy is only 58, but he's got a great header against Newcastle there. Jose Gaya's up 1 to 85. Bertrand Traore up 1 to 79. Thomas Callas, no growth yet for him, despite playing a few games. Willian's up 1 to 86, although now unfortunately injured for 3 months with that broken ankle. And contract expiring in 5 months. Pretty sure he offered him a new contract, and he said he wanted to sign it. I'll have to offer Willian a contract again just to ensure that we don't lose him on a free at the end. Kevin Ristall's grown by +3. Josh Matic up by +2. Dom Solanke's up by +2. He scored 7 in 7 apparently. What? When did that happen? Oh, he scored a hat-trick, didn't he? He scored a hat-trick in the Capital One Cup. That'll be where the majority of the goals come from. And a brace in the FA Cup as well, but that also was against lower league opposition. So perhaps slightly misleading there, the fact that a lot of those goals are coming against sides in League 1 and 2. Mario Pasalic is up 2 to 77 now. Omarua, no growth from him overall, but a little bit individually. But I tried to get him out on loan, and apparently no one wants him. John Stones is up 1 to 81. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain has come in now, and he's valued at 13.5 and rated at 80, and looks very good, actually. Really pleased with that. He's got 3 goals and 2 assists so far this season for Arsenal. We'll have to try and remember that and see how he gets on for us, adding on from those stats towards the end of this season. Thibaut Courtois still 86 rated, no growth from him. Nothing from Cesar Azpilicueta either. John Terry continues to drop, now down to 79 rated. Real shame that JT stats had been destroyed like that. Jamal Blackman up 1 to 63 now, out on loan at Rotherham. Simon Klunter is up 3 to 73. I think he was 72 when he left us, although he may have been 73. So not sure whether he's actually grown whilst being out on loan or not yet. Nathaniel Chaloba still 74 rated, and Izzy Brown is up 2 out on loan at Hull City as well, so he's growing nicely. Only 2 games played in the FA Cup, which means they must be in the Championship still, otherwise he would have played in the BPL for them. Let's quickly just offer Willian a contract then. If his contract... Omaru is departing the club. Okay, he must have signed a contract with someone. Yeah, it says contract offer accepted. You already negotiated a contract, try again next season. What? I offered him an extension of like 2 or 3 years, and it just says contract offer accepted, and no years, 5 months. I'll have to offer him a contract at the very end of the season then and see if we can... That's really strange. I don't know why that's happened. Anyway, here's the league table. We are top right now on 52 points, 49 points on Everton. Nothing has changed league-wise, thanks to us only playing an FA Cup game today. We do have Everton next, though. So a massive game coming up against Everton, and then Arsenal 2 days later. Thank you, Fixer This Congestion. And then Burnley in the FA Cup at the weekend, and then we're back to Champions League action with Bayern Munich. And then it will be 2 games, Bayern Munich and Newcastle, and we will play Manchester City in a 1-game special for the Capital One Cup final. So it's all going off right now. We have brought in a new right-sided midfielder, though, so thank you very much for your suggestions. We brought more English talent into the club. Nathaniel Klein has come in, and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain now. So it's nice to add a homegrown addition to the side, or a couple of homegrown additions to the side in this particular transfer window. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already, check the channel page for anything you may have missed, whether it be this series, the My Player series, which will return tonight, where we make the transfer decision. Do we go to Barca? Do we go to City? Do we wait for a new deal? Find out later on this evening, but for now, I'll see you next time.